Welcome to all the regular viewers of this channel and greetings to those of you who have come to the channel for the first time today. Let us talk about travel. All of us love to travel, and many of us travel to places where our own language or our mother tongue may not be understood. There you require English because English is spoken in most parts of the world. Today, we are going to learn some travel vocabulary and some travel phrases. Once you use these travel vocabulary and travel phrases in your real life travel experiences, you will get a lot of benefit in the use of English. Also, from the sentences which I'm going to give you, you can construct a whole conversation on travel. So you have much homework to do. And I find in the comment boxes that many of you are doing this seriously, which makes me very happy because this is a classroom and your practice is going to be very important for your learning of English. Just listening to what I say, taking the ideas which I give you in the videos is one part, but doing something yourself is the other part. Many of you who say that you can write good English, but you cannot speak, must speak out loudly. Of you who say we can understand, but we cannot speak, also should continue to speak based on what I'm giving you. I have given you many, many sentences in all the videos. Now the videos are more than 130. So you see how many sentences are there in each of the videos. Practice all of them. You will get immense benefit. So before we begin, I would recommend that you watch the video completely because at the end I will tell you exactly what exercises you should do. And then comment as you're doing and continue to comment in a long, 4 or 5 sentences instead of just saying good morning. Like and share with all your friends. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And of course, learn English from all what I'm telling you. The matter, the manner in which you practice helps you to learn the language. Therefore, learning becomes very important. Now let us begin. I have given you small sentences because many of you say that you are just beginning to learn English. So look at these small sentences. But those of you who are at the advanced level, look at the vocabulary. See how much of this vocabulary you can use in real life. I will give you spellings and pronunciation and meaning wherever necessary. Suppose we are traveling by bus. Then we say that where is the nearest bus stop? You want to go from one place to another, one city to another, or one state to another in a bus. So you say, where is the nearest bus stop? Then you say, where can I buy a bus ticket? First, you want to know where is the bus stop. Then you want to also know where is the nearest place where you can buy a ticket. Is online reservation available? Online means not standing at the counter, but doing it digitally on your computer or on your smartphone. Is online reservation available? That is the question you're asking. All these are questions we are asking. Where can I get a bus to go to Bangalore? Suppose you are in some other city. You want to travel to Bangalore. So, how are you going to travel? You have chosen to travel by bus. Then you say that where can I get a bus to go to Bangalore? Or you can change by saying, where can I get a bus for Bangalore? To go to, you can remove and say for Bangalore. Where can I get a bus for Bangalore? Where can I get a bus to go to Bangalore? Your tone is rising because it's a question, and you are using two different constructions. This is how vocabulary expansion helps us. Structuring sentences help us to learn much more variety of expressions. Then you think about the train. So you say that, are there any train stations near your village? You are carrying out a conversation, a small talk, say. Your small talk is about travel. I will make a video on travel small talk. Then you're asking, are there any train stations near your village? Many villages might only have a bus, it might have a road, but it might not have a train station. Now, many of us say railway station instead of train station. So you can reconstruct the sentence by saying, are there any railway stations near your village? Or instead of putting it in a plural, instead of saying, are there any railway stations near your village? You can say, is there a railway station near your village? Is there a train station near your village? So you can see how, in a single sentence, we are making changes. This is how your ability to express the language differently in different contexts arises. You can say the same thing in two or three different ways without changing the meaning. The meaning remains the same, the sentence changes. That you must remember to make your English better, to make your English more varied. Then, next sentence. Does the train to Delhi go via Agra? Now, there are two cities, Delhi and Agra, close to each other. So, you are going from some other part of the country. You say, does the train to Delhi, you have got into the train possibly, or you're planning to get into the train, go via Agra. Now you are learning a new word, VIA. Via means crossing, passing that way. So if the train is starting from here and it is going to another point, Delhi, on the way is there a place called Agra? Does the train to Delhi go via Agra, via VIA? Then you have, are there any good hotels near the bus stop? Suppose you want to stay in a new city. You are traveling by bus. Then you want to ask, are there any good hotels near the bus stop? Suppose you're traveling by train, then you change this. Are there any good hotels near the train station or the railway station? Again, you need not use the plural. You can say, is there a good hotel near the bus stop? You can also say bus station because where you have the bus terminus, hundreds of buses come and stop there. There, the word bus station is also accepted. Or you can say bus terminus. Terminus is where the bus ends. You know, it turns back again from that point. Terminus. So you have the bus terminus. Then you ask, is there a hotel near the train station? Or is there a good hotel near the railway station? All these from a single sentence, we got so many varieties of sentences. Now, see how you can practice. Those of you who are just learning to speak can practice by making sentences from a single sentence, slight changes, and two, three, four sentences. Practice all of them. Then you have another sentence. Please recommend a safe hotel where I can stay alone. Now you have asked, near the station, bus station, is there a hotel? Near the railway station or train station, is there a hotel? Now you are saying, please recommend. Recommend means to give advice, to tell me, to point out to me. RECOMMEND. Recommend. Recommend a safe hotel. Now you're not saying good hotel. You're saying safe hotel where I can stay alone. Please recommend a safe hotel where I can stay alone. You can also say, please recommend a clean hotel where my family and I can stay for a few days or for one night. See how many ways you can change. You can change. I can stay to, my family and I can stay. My friend and I can stay. And you can say how long you want to stay, for one night, for a few nights, or a few days. All this you can say to, you know, add to the sentence, to make changes and express yourself using these sentences. Then you have another concept, and that is B and B. B and B. That is bed and breakfast. They give you a bed to sleep on in the night, and they give you a complimentary breakfast in the morning. There are many such hotels all over the world. So the next sentence. We stayed in a nice B&B while visiting London. So you went to London and there you stayed in a nice B&B. Far from home. You couldn't stay anywhere else. So you took a hotel which was a B&B, and that is what you are sharing with somebody. You are telling somebody that you stayed in a nice B&B. My friends have started a homestay in Darjeeling. Especially after COVID, many people who have big houses which are not used, they have converted it into a, you know, comfortable, homely kind of place to stay. And it is called homestay. Homestay. Home is a separate word, stay is a separate word. Now they are joined together to make a word homestay. And homestays are available all over the place. You can choose to stay. A hotel might be more expensive, a hotel might be more formal. You want a comfortable, family like atmosphere, a clean, cozy atmosphere. You have a homestay. So you say, my friends have started a homestay in Darjeeling. Darjeeling is a hill station, very beautiful. You can visit it and stay in one of these places, which are homestays. They're all along the hill. You have so many homestays. It's good business for them. As travelers, you're going to spend your money and they have a livelihood. So you can see how important this is for building up our economy through tourism. Tourism is very important. So you have a new word, homestay, and you have sentences. You can say that some people I know stayed in a homestay in Darjeeling. We stayed in a homestay in Darjeeling. Change the city Darjeeling and put some other city, put some other place. You will get many sentences from this. Now we are coming to flight. There are places where you might not be able to go by train or by bus. Then what do? You take a flight. Which airlines has a direct flight to Singapore? Which airlines? Now, there are so many airlines all over the world. Which airlines from your destination city to the city you're going to? So you say, which airlines has a direct flight to Singapore? Again, you're asking a question. Now, do you need a visa to travel from India to Thailand? Thailand is another country close by, so you ask a question. You have a new word here, visa. Visa is a travel document which you require to go enter another country. Within our country, you don't need it. Within your own country, you don't need a visa. When you go outside your country, you require a travel document, and that document is called a visa, VISA. If you're going to Europe, you require a single visa, Schengen visa, that's called. UK has a separate visa, US has a separate visa, Canada has a separate visa. All the South Asian countries, East Asian countries have their own visas. So the question is, do you need a visa to travel from India to Thailand? Question. You will need to carry your passport when you travel abroad. Passport is the identity given to you by your own country. They give you that this person is a citizen of this country. That document becomes your identity when you travel outside the country. Inside also, you can use it as your identity. But we have other forms of identity inside a country. But when we go outside, our passport is our identity. PASSPORT. Again, you can see that it is two words. Pass is one word, port is one word. Together, they mean something else. Passport means you can pass from one port to another. You know, a port is the demarcation of the country. Earlier, it was seaport. Now you have airport, and that is the point at which you enter a city or a country. So you need to carry your passport when you travel abroad. Then the journey was long and arduous. Now you're making some statements also. Many questions you've asked. Now you're making some statements. The journey was long. That means it took a long time. And arduous. Arduous is a new vocabulary which we often use with travel. Arduous means very tiring. You get very tired. You feel, as though you have worked very hard. Arduous, arduous. So the journey was long and arduous. They look forward to driving through the valley of flowers in spring. Now, many people don't travel by bus or train or flight, they go by road. By going, when you go by road, you can stop wherever you want. You can see whatever you want. So here is a sentence by saying they looked forward. They were, thinking that they would have a wonderful holiday. How? To driving through the valley of flowers in spring. The valley is between two mountains, the place between two mountains, lower land, where it is very fertile and many things grow. So you have many flowers in spring. Spring is the season of growth. So during spring, if you travel, you see all those beautiful flowers. Will I get a porter to carry my luggage at the airport? Usually, airport, we don't use porters. We use what is called a trolley. Trolley is a suitcase with wheels. Suitcase, and it has four wheels, so we just take it along by pulling it. We don't have to make an effort. But here is a person who's asking, maybe an elderly person, maybe a person who has a lot of luggage. Luggage is a word we often use in travel. Luggage. So, will I get a porter? Porter is a person who carries your luggage. Porter. So, will I get a porter to carry my luggage at the airport? Or you can say at the bus station or at the train station. Instead of airport, you can use all these words. Will I get a porter to carry my luggage? And then you put where you want, in which travel mode you want the luggage to be carried. So you can make many sentences. I'm trying to tell you how you can generate your own sentences. That is how language is learned. You see one sentence and then you make 10 different sentences based on the structure of that one sentence. That is the way which we learn good English. Now, the next sentence. Could you direct me to the transfer deck to ca- catch my connecting flight? Now, all these are associated with the airport. The travel desk, the transfer desk. The transfer desk is the place where you have to go. Suppose you're going to one city from another city, but you have to stop at one point, change your craft, and get into another aircraft. Then what you do? You get off at the station in the middle. That is not your station. That is not your airport. You have to get off at this airport, go to a transfer desk, start again, get into a fresh new craft. So here is a sentence by saying, could you direct me? Could you show me? Could you lead me? Or could you point out to me the transfer desk to catch my connecting flight? Connecting flight means the one which takes you to the destination. Halfway you have come. The other halfway you need to go in a flight which is called connecting flight. This also is a very important word associated with, you know, connections. When we change a bus into a next bus, then you have a connection. Then flight one craft from the into another craft. Then you have the concept of connecting flight. So, could you direct me to the transfer desk to catch my connecting flight? That is a sentence. Now, during long flights, I prefer the aisle seat. Now, you have seats which are there near the window. That is called the window seat. Suppose you have three seats in one row, then you have a middle seat. So the window seat, the middle seat, and the seat which is near the corridor, the passage inside the flight, that is called an aisle seat. It is spelled AISLE. S is silent. S is not pronounced. It's pronounced as aisle. 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 So you have the aisle seat. The aisle seat, you can easily get up and move out. If you sit in the window seat, you have to disturb everybody before you can come out because there's very little space for you to move around in the aircraft. So you say that in long flights, I prefer the aisle seat. These are phrases which you use very often. These are vocabulary words which you use with travel all the time. If you have heavy bags, you may have to pay excess baggage charges. Now, excess baggage charges is a phrase which we use all the time. Every mode of transport allows you some items which you can take. They weigh it, they give you the size also. Beyond that, you cannot take. So, keeping that in mind, if you have heavy luggage, heavy bags, then what you do, you have to pay extra money, and that is called excess baggage charge. Excess means in addition to what is allowed. You are allowed free baggage. So anything more than that becomes excess. EXCESS, baggage, I have already told you, BAGGAGE. Like luggage, then you have baggage also. Charges, CHARGES. So extra money is charged for carrying baggage which is heavier than what you are allowed. Suppose your bag is allowed as 15 kilos. If it becomes 20 kilos, then you need to pay for those 5 kilos which are extra. The bag might not be another bag, it might be the same one, but you land up paying. So if you have heavy bags, you may have to pay excess baggage charges. Now you come to money exchange. When you go to a different country, your currency is the money which you use in a country. CURRENCY. So the currency. Check the currency of the country you're traveling to. If you're going to Sweden, then what is the currency accepted in Sweden? If you're going to England, what is the currency accepted in England? If you're going to Indonesia, what is the currency accepted there? If you're going to Japan, what is the currency accepted there? You need to find out the local currency. And then you have what is called as money exchange or money changers. You go to the money changer, you give your whatever money you have and you change it into the local currency. Otherwise, you cannot spend money there. You cannot pay for anything there. Today, of course, we have online payments, we have digital payments, we also have cards, travel cards, credit cards with which you can pay. So you don't really need money. But in case you need some, you can keep some money. So be careful of unauthorized money changers. Be careful of unauthorized. Unauthorized means private, people who might cheat you, people who are not, allowed by law to do money changing. So the word is unauthorized. UNAUTHORIZED American, SED British. Two different ways of spelling it. When you travel to a foreign country, so where should you be careful? When you travel to a foreign country, to a country which is not your own, outside your own country. Foreign is FOREIGN. Then you have, are there any food stalls on the railway platform? Now, you might, train journeys might be long. You might want to buy something. So, are there any food stalls on the railway platform? There are many other types of stalls also in the railway platform. You have a whole, shopping complex like things near the platform, or, inside an airport, near the bus station. Then somebody says, I saw a kiosk selling books and magazines on platform one. The kiosk is a small stall, KIOSK. So you have a small stall where, some books and magazines are being sold. Where is it? It is on the station platform number one. You might have different platforms. Like that, in the bus station also, you might have different boarding points. They are numbered 1 to 35, 1 to 50. In the airport also, you have different places. They are called boarding gate, BOARDING, boarding gate. So you can say that, if you, are there any food stalls near our boarding gate when you're traveling by the flight? You're not taking a train or a bus. Then you have, we are planning to go on a cruise to Alaska. Alaska is a beautiful part in, the northern part of the US. So the word is cruise, CRUISE. Cruise is traveling by a ship. It's a pleasure tour by ship. You can also go from place to place by ship, but this is a pleasure trip by ship. The buffet dinner served on the cruise was delicious. So you had a dinner where you could choose whatever you want to eat. That is buffet, BUFFET. My friend and I went rock climbing. Now you are saying that you are doing something else while you travel. My friend and I went for rock climbing to the Himalayas. This is also a very interesting pastime for youngsters. They like to go for adventure sports. You can enjoy adventure sports. Now, that is also a very common travel phrase, like rock climbing, adventure sports, like paragliding. You go up and you are flying in the air. That is called paragliding. In Mauritius, Mauritius is a small island country, very beautiful, and there you have adventure sports like paragliding. You have walking inside the ocean, on the bed of the ocean. You go down and then you start walking. You have, speedboat rides, so many things. That is called adventure sport. So you can do all this. These are all parts of your travel. To save money, some students decided to hitchhike across the country. Hitchhike is take a ride by request. You don't pay any money. You just request somebody, and that person takes you from point to point. HITCH, two different words. They decided to go on a cycling trip along the coast. You have a huge coastline. So you take a cycle and you go along this coast. That is a cycling trip. Then you come to an end of your travel conversation by saying, Bon voyage, have a great trip, or happy travels. If you say bon voyage, then you are trying to tell the person that enjoy yourself. Let the travel be a very happy situation. And then you can, as I told you at the end of the video, I will tell you what you can do. Suppose you take one sentence by saying that avoid unauthorized money changers when you travel to a foreign country. You can write a whole paragraph by saying that I went to a foreign country. I did not know where I should change the money. Therefore, I went to a person. That person took extra commission and I lost a lot of money. So you can give your experience. Or you say that some unauthorized people came and approached me, but all my friends and I said, no, we don't want to do it. We went to an authorized outlet and there we changed our money. We got a very good exchange rate. In this way, with each sentence, you can frame five sentences. That exercise, if you do, it will be beneficial. Or take three or four sentences from the same mode of travel, bus, for instance, and write 10 more sentences. Two people are talking. So somebody says, where is the bus stop? How will I go to Bangalore? And where will I buy the ticket? Make a long conversation of 10 or 20 sentences. In this way, if you practice, your English improves by leaps and bounds. After seeing today's video, spend another hour today talking about this, talking about travel, imaginary travel or real travel, whichever you have done. And then you will find that by the end of the day, your English is much better. I wish you all the best and thank you.